Hey, this is Casey, and this week I'm going to talk to you about a skill you definitely need to master if you're going to write strong book marketing copy. This is kind of a niche skill, but it's really a must-have skill. Now, the good news is you were practicing mastering this skill when you're probably in third or fourth grade, second grade, and you didn't even know you were doing it. So, and that skill is to learn how to write really strong PS lines. And I said PS, not BS. You definitely want to have good, strong PS lines in your website sales pages, your e-blast. But again, the good news is you're probably passing secret notes back and forth with your friends when you're a kid. And, when we did that, we usually had a nice, juicy PS line somewhere in there. So this is a skill you probably we're learning as a kid, but haven't worked on it in a while, but we're going to work on it this week. And to show you how to write really strong PS lines in your book marketing copy, we're going to go straight to my example board. And I'm going to give you some insights that'll really help you out. So, okay, we're going to call this little video, Include a Compelling PS Line. You definitely want to include strong PS lines in your book marketing copy. One reason is research shows that people's eyes gravitate to PS lines. So if somebody reads a sales letter or sales page, an email, and if there's a PS line, people notice it and they tend to read it. And there's probably some, kind of semi-scientific explanations why people are attracted to PS lines. But I really believe it goes back to when we were kids and we would write notes back and forth. And if there was something juicy, you'd put it in a PS line, like don't tell Julie I have a crush on her, or I'm going to run away from home next week, but don't tell my folks, something like that. So ever since we were kids, our eyes gravitate to PS lines. So use that to your advantage when you're writing book marketing copy. And again, this is effective technique to use in your website sales pages, e-blasts, and other marketing communication pieces for your book. So a few ideas about what to include in your PS line. You can include a whopper of a big benefit. A PS line is a great place to maybe introduce a new benefit that you didn't introduce in your email or your website sales page. It can also be a place to repeat a really strong bonus that you emphasized in the middle of your marketing copy, whether it be an e-blast or sales page. Maybe there was kind of a tent pole benefit that you really built your copy around. You can go back to it and reemphasize it in your PS line. Maybe you're going to introduce a bonus. You're going to have a nice special report that you're giving away with your book, or a collection of photographs. Your PS line is a great place to introduce that bonus and create some urgency. Maybe tell people that, hey, I'm going to give you this free report or these photos, and you only have 72 hours to take advantage of this. And I'm going to give you examples of how to do this in just a minute. You can also have, and I love this technique, a special do this now benefit that you put in your PS line, where maybe you've written something about your book, but maybe there's something on page 10 that's really going to get people's attention. You might want to say something along the lines of, when you get the book, go straight to page 10 where I reveal this, and it's really going to help you out. So you can kind of give people a command in your PS line, kind of a special or do this right now type of benefit that they'll get when they buy your book. And I'm going to give you an example of how to write one of those lines here in just a second. And also, if you're looking through these ideas later on, because you're going to write a PS line for, say, your website sales page or something, just keep in mind that you can take these ideas that I'm giving you and kind of mix and match them and be creative. You don't have to just like, gee, do I want to introduce a whopper of a benefit, or do I want to do a special do this now benefit? You don't have to pick one. You can kind of combine them as well if you want. But these are just some ideas to give you, kind of give you a jump start in writing really strong PS lines. I'm going to give you some example PS lines here in just a second, but I'm going to pause for just a moment to tell you to pick up my free ebook, 7 Must-Know Copywriting Secrets to Sell More Books. If you don't have a copy of this, you'll want to get your hands on it. You can go to caseydemchak.com/secrets, download a copy. I also have the link right down below in my YouTube description for this video. Just click it. It'll take you right to the page. You can download this ebook. It's about 18 pages. And I got a lot of tips and insights in there that will really help you write strong book marketing copy. So I encourage you to get your hands on it. Now let's look at some PS line examples. The first one here is if you're introducing a special bonus or a free giveaway, if you're, either on your book launch or when you're running a special promotion. So you might have a PS line that says, order today to receive our ebook, 7 Steps to Doubling Your Leads in 60 Days or Less, a $39 value. Now, if you can put a dollar value on your bonus, it's great to include it along with the bonus, because basically you're telling people for the price of a book, you're going to get my book plus this bonus ebook that has a dollar value of $39. So people feel like they're getting more. And of course, we got in there order today, which means today is probably the only day to get the offer. The next example, this is kind of a do it now type suggestion you can put in your PS line. Chapter 4 of my book reveals 7 daily habits that create a wealth generating mindset. You may want to read this chapter first. This is really, this is a good PS line if you say you have a nonfiction book and there's something really cool, maybe in the middle of the book or something that you can highlight as a really strong benefit for your audience. You can use a PS line like this. It says, in such and such page or such and such chapter, I've got something really cool for you. When you get the book, you may want to jump and check this out first. It kind of creates some excitement and some anticipation. The next one, again, a third example, again, the 4 principles I outline in chapter 2 reveal how to develop the inner game you need to build an online business you absolutely love. In fact, reading this chapter could lead to having the freedom you've been dreaming about. A couple things I want you to notice here. What we're doing is reiterating a key benefit that was probably outlined either earlier in the sales page or eBlast. So if you're going to repeat a benefit, maybe there was kind of a key benefit in the middle of your email or sales page, and you want to reiterate it in your PS line. That's why I use the word again. That implies, of course, that it's something I've talked about earlier in the sales page. You can also notice that this is 2 sentences. So PS lines, they can, I think 1 or 2 lines is a good length. You don't want to make them too long because then you have kind of a chunky looking paragraph type thing for PS. And if it's too long, people won't read it. But I think you can get away with a couple lines, especially if you're reiterating a benefit that you spoke about earlier in your email or your sales page. A few more examples for you. Believe me, I can relate to putting things off until the last minute, but my offer expires at 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight. So now is the time to go for it. So this is implying, of course, that there's a special offer that has a limited time availability. And what I want you to notice here is when you can kind of put yourself next to your audience, like, believe me, I can relate to putting things off until the last minute, making yourself a little more real. You're saying, I know I'm telling you that my offer expires at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. And hey, I put things off to the last minute too. So it's making you a little more real, making you a little more relatable. So basically what you're telling people here is, hey, you only have till 9 o'clock tonight to take advantage of my special offer, but you're injecting yourself into it in a way that makes you seem a little more real. Okay, next example. I haven't picked all the bonuses for my upcoming book launch, so please hit the reply button right now and tell me what you'd like me to include. This is a good PS line if you're building up some anticipation for your book launch or a special promotion you're going to do. And maybe you've put out an email to your group, kind of building some excitement saying, hey, my book launch is coming up. Just want to let you know. You can have a PS line that says, and I haven't picked out all the bonuses for my upcoming launch yet. What would you like to see? Hit the reply button and let me know. This is a nice touch because you're trying to create interaction with your audience, which you always want to do. Again, this is something else that makes you seem a little more real to your audience. You're telling them, hey, all you got to do to get a hold of me is hit the reply button. The other little mental trigger here we've built in is by asking them to give you ideas for bonuses, you're making them part of your launch. And people tend to support things that they're a part of creating. So if you're creating a special promotion or your launch and you want to ask your audience, hey, PS, give me your ideas for what you'd like to see as launches or what you'd like to see as bonuses for my launch, you're bringing your audience in, you're making them part of the process of building your launch. And when you make people part of planning your launch or promotion, excuse me, they're more likely to support it and be part of it. So this is just a good little technique you can use to make your audience part of the promotion you're creating. Okay, the final example I have here is next Tuesday, I'm going to reveal the final 3 cover options for my new book. I'll want to know which one you like best, so keep an eye on your inbox this Tuesday. Okay, a little similar to the one above with a little added tweak. You're telling, again, what we're doing here is building some anticipation. Okay, you know, next Tuesday, I'm going to reveal the final 3 covers. So if you've got an e-list of fans who you've been kind of, you know, letting know that you got a new book coming out, this creates some anticipation. You're saying, hey, next Tuesday, I'm going to reveal my 3 cover options, and I'm going to want to know which ones that you like best. So what you're doing is building anticipation. You're making it kind of clear here that in your next email, you're going to ask them to pick what their favorite option is. So you're going to be like bringing them in on the planning of your launch. So this last one is kind of maybe the type of PS line you'd use before you use this second example here. And again, all these examples I've given you, they're not absolute. What I mean by that is you can use these examples. You can kind of use these as templates if you want, but you can also kind of mix and match or come up with some new ideas for PS lines. But the key thing I want you to take away is that including PS lines can be a real powerful thing for your book promotion, because people's eyes go to the PS line. So if you can build some cool stuff in the PS line, it can attract more eyeballs. And when you attract more eyeballs to your copy, even if it's for an extra minute or 30 seconds, it can help you sell more books. So I hope this tip has been helpful for you. I really encourage you to kind of master the skill. And again, it's something you probably did naturally as a kid, but kind of tap back into that. And definitely you want to have PS lines in almost all your emails to your list, definitely on your website sales page when you're running promotions, whether it be your book launch or special promotions. And then there's other communications in which you could build in PS lines as well. But really emails and website sales pages are where I have included them the most. So I hope this tip has been helpful for you. I've got other videos here on my YouTube channel for you to check out. I really encourage you to go through them because they include a ton of tips that can help you write really sharp book marketing copy. So go through the videos, soak up all the information, and then take a lot of action and make things happen.